sea terrors, or at least those related to the Church of the Deep, intentionally destroy art, as it is a sign of individuality, meaning Spectre's beef with them is completely founded. Towards Her Light was written as Victoria's national anthem. You can see how her sense of self-worth evolved from her base form to her altar. Her infection monitor went from near the tip of her tail to her left arm. She and Base Reed wear the same jacket. Hot dogs are called as such in Terra because when they were first introduced, they were advertised by perros wearing suggestive clothes. The first hint of hot dogs existing in Terra was not in Lone Trail, but rather as one of the graffitis in Ethan's leitmotif. They also got disguises to pass unnoticed in Terra. The skins of each of the newcomers of Rainbow Six hint at what kind of disguises they could be using in Terra, with the only exception being Fuse. Being a member of Rhodes Island doesn't necessarily mean they all live in the landship. Some work at branch locations or as liaisons for other cities, meaning that most members rarely, if ever, set foot in Rhodes itself. Almond designer Philly Thingzo, sorry if I butchered that name, is also the director of many fan-made videos about Arknights. I don't know why it took me so long to notice this, but one of the chapters in the Rhine manga is called I Want Something Like This, no doubt inspired by the music video using the renowned song of the same name. As mentioned in the Rainbow Six event, humans from Earth are way weaker than engines. However, humans from the Monster Hunter world are stronger than Terrans. We all know she no longer suffers from light sensitivity due to the blessing of the Kirin armor. However, it also protects from other status effects, which we can see in-game when affected, as she dramatically falls to the ground and picks up to see if it is time to get back up. Also, Monhan fans must have known for a while that the armor she is wearing is not the X set, but rather the R1, yet it took Hypergriff 6 months to change said mistake in the end. The crab enemies from Reclamation Algorithm are a reference to the crab rape meme video. Pineapple pizza exists in Terra, called fruit pizza there, and Syracusans freaking hate it. This is what our Khazarian children look like. These are the first official images of a burden beast. Notice that burden beast is a denominator, not a species. Her mechanical arms have the least lore out of any weapon in game. They are not explained anywhere and are inconsistent in their appearances. Believe it or not, Originium and Shrek have something in common. But I mean that...
They stink?
No.
Oh, they make you cry?
No.
Oh, you leave them out in the sun, they get all brown, start sprouting little white heads.
Layers! They have layers! This is also why freshly rained Originium is not a good fuel source. You can actually hear Annie's voice during their idle line. This symbol represents the hammer breaking through Terra's spacepod. Omerta is the code of silence sworn by those who joined the Mafia. Thus, her epithet literally translates to Texas the Silent. This is the first high-definition image of the Twin Moons seen in the anime, no doubt shown so blurry due to the info now known through Lone Trail. As far as I know, she is the first operator to have a meme integrated into her character after her debut, albeit only in English.
That's concrete, baby!
She is the only original character so far to have only an English voice. Voiced by Shuichi Ikeda, has a red body, mono-eyed robot. That's just a Saku. Just a Saku. She is the only operator in all of Rhodes the Doctor doesn't want to befriend. He is a mix between Robocop and the EAD-209, which itself is a reference to, well, Robocop. Sancta's patrol guns can go from small handguns to humongous stuff like bazookas, miniguns, and even cannons. By the time of her event, her eyesight must have improved, or at least stopped deteriorating enough for her to be able to read people's lips. Also, she still has her volcano animation in her Life to Deep. As similar as they look, these are different swimsuits. We actually get to see his tank design. In Enfield, fully functional prosthetics are a real thing in Terra. with 3 operators having them: Vulcan, Vermeil, and Harold. Her clothes are considered plain, for Laetanian standards. The first time we could kind of see her ears outside of the character's book is in Case Deadly Doodles. So far, there has been only one Valentine-themed skin in the whole game: Harmony's. In the winter background, the Doctor gets snow over their coat. He has a huge sweet tooth, even for Sanctus standards. She joins Rhodes just to meet the Doctor. She can still see through her infected eye, being the first instance of an original artificial organ. The longest reaction video in YouTube belongs to Hayami, which is over 6 hours long. The Lord subclass is made of characters who are either royalty, related or working for important individuals, or in Chubai's case, the star pupil to a demigod. And then there's Frostleaf. While looking like a carbon copy of her mother, she inherited her height from her father. On the 30th of April, before the new update and banner went live, you could see Copper and Diamante in the store. They had no icon, nor could you actually buy them, as if you try to, you will be disconnected from the game. Her Windbreaker skin is a reference to Elden Ring, specifically the Altus Plateau where you fight Lanciacs. He is the only non-6 stars to have a light motif, though it was only released in CN. She finally took Amilla's place at the smallest Scoutus in Rhodes, but considering she is an actual child and an Amilla is reaching her 20s, I think this is not going to last. His name was originally going to be Headley, but was changed later in development. We know this as Japanese W still refers to him with same name. Also, he actually requests hibiscus food. She is now the tallest female in the roster. This height is most likely a shout-out to mythological Cyclops, who were depicted as giants. Her color scheme is based on rice patties, specifically when light hit them in a certain angle, as seen in those of Yuan Yang. He is perhaps the one character who actually has a reason for all the bells he's wearing. There are 2 ways NPCs become operators. Either you get your whole design reworked, or you just get minor tweaks. Both times, Il Siracusano was released on the anniversary of Judge Giovanni Falcone's assassination, whose death sparked the movement which cleansed Italy of the control of the mafia. Incidentally, Rubius' design, an Ultimate Fate, was most likely based on the very same judge. Her second skin includes the names and dates of 3 characters instrumentals for the foundation of New Bolsini: Fernando Bellone, Rubio Pacino, and Carrassi Caruso. Despite having a unique mechanic, he is not considered a boss. Rather, he is listed as an elite enemy. If the goat in the background has the same kind of horns she should have, then this will imply that she is also another descendant of the Witch King. Also, it is hard to tell if she has goat ears, as she does a great job covering them with her hair. However, we can tell she does have a tail. This official figurine, based on one of Lidoc's pieces for Arknights, shows there's something poking from below the dress. Incidentally, Hedori appears in her skin, being one of 3 playable characters to do so in a direct way, the other 2 being Andakiel and Stuart in their respective skins. Again, Hanya is referenced in her new skin. The name of her skin, 300 meters underground, is a reference to the real-life Cueva Naica in Mexico, which lies at the same depth and hosts the same crystals. For some reason, Huarcos is referenced in both of Harmony's skins. She has the shortest time between skin releases, merely 2 months. His 3rd skin shows the result of his efforts of fortifying Kiera. The image of his skin is made to look like the cover of a CD. Also, my commentary with the most interaction is some dumb joke I made about Case Show. Gotta love this community.